We put a lot of work into making these maneuvers and the ground show as professional and crisp as possible. We're trying to show you a little bit of what makes the F-35 unique, to show off what the maintainers do, and then also what the jet is capable of. It's been extremely rewarding to get to bring 12 individuals that had no idea what a demo team was before this, bring them on board, and then gather their ideas and inspirations for what is the F-35A demo team going to be like when we bring it to Hill Air Force Base. My name is Captain Kristin Wolfe, and I'm the pilot for the F35A demo team this year.
If you've lived in northern Utah for any stretch of time, you're probably familiar with that sound right there, which is the sound of jets tearing through the sky. Now, there is a lot that happens at Hill Air Force Base, but one important part of those operations there is that it is the home to the F-35 demonstration team, headed by Captain Kristin Wolfe.
Basically, the demo team goes to about 20 air shows a year, all across the country, sometimes internationally. And we fly 2 jets to each show from Hill. So we'll take any 2 jets off the line, combat-ready jets. We'll take them to the air show. We'll perform. It's just 1 jet at a time doing the performance. It's about a 15-minute demo that, a series of aerobatic maneuvers, narration, music, that kind of stuff. And our whole goal is to get out there, recruit, inspire, get people excited about aviation, the military, maybe F-35s. So it's a pretty exciting, dynamic team and opportunity that we don't normally see at Hill Air Force Base.
One of the things that Bayo says is interesting about her team is for most of the air show, she's the only jet in the sky.
All of these single ship demo teams are a little bit different than the Thunderbirds you might have seen back in, 2020 when they were here. They fly, very close formation flying, all similar aircraft, all F-16s, whereas we're kind of showing off a different aspect of flying. We're showing off max performance, loops, aileron rolls, really exciting single ship stuff. So 1 airplane flying at a given time. In the demo, it's, about 15 minutes of quick under G maneuvers. Nothing super long and sustained, but you still got to be able to obviously do some G straining and keep the blood in your brain to do that. Because in the demo, we're always, we're flying pretty much the same profile, and we always hit up to maybe 8, 9 Gs on some of the maneuvers, but it's pretty fleeting. And then we show off, the high speed performance of the aircraft, so just below supersonic. We show off slow speed, which is right around 100-ish miles an hour. There's not a ton of room to be moving around out there. And then, moving the stick and throttle, stick moves about 1.5 inches in each direction. And that's all an input to the computer. So I'm not physically moving cables and pulleys like you would in some older aircraft. I'm just telling the computer kind of what I want it to do in order to fly the jet to its maximum capability. And then we also have my ground crew is on the ground doing a narration sequence, kind of telling the audience, hey, here's what you're going to see. Here's why it's important. Here's how we may relate this to combat. And then we also have an awesome soundtrack that we do to each maneuver as well.
All of the maneuvers throughout the show are designed to show off the capabilities of the jet. And one thing that Bayo says is pretty cool about that is that none of the jets that she flies are modified.
Yeah, for the demo team, it's awesome because we can take any plane off the line. They are all, they could go to war tomorrow. Every single jet out there that we fly. We don't modify it in any way. Obviously, I'm not using all the tactical systems or weapons that we would use if we're out there training or going to war. So I can't really show that in the demo. But that's the cool part is we've got, about 78 jets here at Hill, and we just rotate them through the lineup based on scheduled maintenance, what squadron has them on a trip or, spinning them up for deployment. We take any jet they give us because they all are ready to go at any given time versus, other kind of aerobatic airplanes or Thunderbirds are modified specifically just to do demo. I flew a jet last night. I could fly that exact same jet in the demo today that I flew tactically yesterday.
Bayo says that there have been a ton of great experiences that she and her team have had traveling the country and even traveling the world, showing people these super cool fighter jets and also letting them know that really the sky's the limit.
In our first air show on July 4th last year, we weren't even performing at the airfield we were taking off and landing from, but I landed the airplane from the air show. Someone just literally sees the F-35 land one time, get out, and he's crying. He's just never seen the airplane fly, and it's so moving to him, and it was just everything that he wanted to see that weekend. And you're like, man, I do this every day. It's kind of like normal to me, but you don't realize how the impact that may have had on that one person. All the way down to the smallest little kids at the air show. You'll be walking by a family and the parent is like, says to her little girl, "Hey, did you know like she was flying that airplane?" And the girl looks over and she's like, "Women can fly planes? Oh, the girls can compete in planes?" And you're like, "Yeah, totally. That's why we're here." Just kind of try to put a face to the airplane, because a lot of people don't know that it's a huge wide variety of people that are flying these airplanes. Even here at Hill Air Force Base, we've got about 100 pilots, and they're not all that stereotypical, just looking like Tom Cruise fighter pilot.
Now, for anybody that's wondering, like I was, if they ever do ride-alongs, well, here's the answer that I got.
Unfortunately, the F-35s don't have any two-seaters. I would love to be able to give people rides, especially our whole demo team rides. We do have internal weapon bays. I could stuff you up in the weapon bay, but you wouldn't see anything.
So I guess the next best thing is for me to be able to stare out my window back over here and catch a glimpse of them as they're out flying. But Bayo says that coming up this year, they hope to be able to put on more air shows than they were able to last year. So we'll have all of the information about when those shows could be upcoming, or where to find out when they're happening and where they're happening, all over on our website at kslnewsradio.com. That just about does it for me here this week. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to sign off here before I start making any really bad Top Gun jokes or puns. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. And as always, this is KSL News Radio's Heart of Utah. I'm Colby Walker.
I think it's really important that everyone knows this is not an LDS project. This is 100% written and directed by an evangelical, my partner, Dallas Jenkins. And basically we had this self-funded from all different faiths and backgrounds all around the world. And we broke the all-time crowdfunding record in film and television with raising over $10 million for a Jesus show. like that's amazing.